Welcome my Facebook minions to Knightangels Nightwalker. Tonight, instead of going to Jersey because it's a weekday, we're going to keep it short and simple. Tonight we're walking to the bank and hopefully get some quick shots of Silver Lakes Park. So enjoy the nighttime views while I'm venturing out. The time is now 23:29 and I'm just leaving my house now, so that is it. So we're keeping it local. We're keeping it local today. So we're not going into Jersey because we don't know how the bridges are looking. So we're going to venture into Silver Lakes Park, and that's it. Take a walk around there, being that we're going to be on Forest Avenue anyway. It's worth a shot. So enjoy the local scenery and welcome to Knightangels Nightwalker. So come along with me on my little quick journey through the neighborhood. All right. It's a little chilly out here, so I'm trying to get some tunes on, and yeah. So most of these places, they close early. So, but we should be all right from the durations of nightlife. Well, some people go to nightclubs. They get drunk and stupid. Me, this is better than going to any nightclubs and shit like that. So,
yeah, give me a lighter.
even though I just worked earlier, actually, I can move this over here if I could find a place to put it. There we go. There we go. That's where I can hear what's going on around me. Because working at night and then walking around at night is two different things. When I work overnights, I'm working from 12 o'clock on. But there are some areas of the island where we don't have access to. I would love to do aerial shots, nighttime shots, even in the summer, winter, especially when it snows in the winter. You get some beautiful shots, especially at nighttime when the snow is glistening off the ground and if it's untouched. Oh, forget it. Amazing scenery. But I gotta quit it with the butts. I keep on saying butts a lot.
Yo, get that shit. They don't want to sit, bitch ass nigga. Literally, bro, let the whole liquor bottle right there. Oh.
Her name is Lola. And do the cha-cha. I should have wore long sleeves today, but my mind is still stuck on summer, and summer ended a couple of days ago. Let's take a look at this park over here, see if they closed it. I had to put it on nighttime mode, so I had to take it off of stealth because I couldn't see. So with stealth deactivated, now I have usage of my flashlight, which is embedded into the camera. That's the reason why you can see me better. So we're approaching McDonald's Park, and we're going to see how secure this park is. If it's closed, we shouldn't access it. But judging by the lights, do I hear thunder? Okay. So far the park is open. It's supposed to be closed after dusk, but we're only using this as a shortcut. And let's do this. No.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
No, I wish I was. I'd be getting paid more. So here we are, we're at McDonald's Park. Best place to hang out once in a while, because you got Dunkin' Donuts across the street and you got McDonald's down the block. This is why I like venturing out at night, because people ask questions and you get to see everything that's interested in. I was like, nah. I was like, one thing that I like about Staten Island in general is this is my hometown, so now I'm giving you a variation of what goes on around here. That's it. I kind of like it because it's my borough. It's my borough I live in. I think the bagel store is open 24 hours. So, after the bank, we're going to venture out to after the bank, we're going to venture out to Silver Lakes Park. See, Staten Island got some good stuff. If you're looking for an authentic Italian store, there you go. The avenue would be packed. There's not even a soul in sight. So if something could happen right about now, we'll be dead in the water. But the reason why I choose to travel at night, especially on my day off, and I'm going to explain why. A lot of things that happen out here are very interesting. Now, I'm not superstitious or anything, but there are haunted areas nearby. And I hate when you watch television, is that when you're going ghost hunting, they play that freaking score over it so you can't really hear. So, we could take the 48. I should go to Cove Lakes. I should go to Cove Lakes though, but I only got until 1 o'clock in there. Duffy's? I wonder if Duffy's open. I could stop in for a drink. Why not? I don't have a car. Benches? When was this? Benches, where was that when we when we needed benches back years ago. That store over there, believe it or not, that store over there used to be Smiling Sunny's. And then it used to be a drugstore. I don't know what it was between the drugstore and Smiling Sunny's, but I think that was a Dwayne Reed. And the funny thing, a story about that store, when it used to be Smiling Sunny's, my friends used to tease me because they used to get all these exotic toys. Like I was the only kid on the block without action figures or video games at the time. Let's break it down, shall we? When I went to Smiling Sunny, my first action figure was Voltron. And I think I bought so many of them, they kept on breaking. Because every time I tried to form Voltron, a piece will fall off. Second toy of choice was G.I. Joe. I always go to Smiling Sunny's because they usually have a sale on them. And G.I. Joe and Voltron was popular back in my day. Every 4th of July, we'll get fireworks, and then we'll usually torture Barbie dolls or G.I. Joe. And we'll make the scenes look real. So we'll take Cobra Commander and Sailor from G.I. Joe, put a freaking firecracker between their legs and just blow them away. And we'll just yell, Cobra! That's funny. They're getting ready for Halloween too. Well, Halloween is 5 weeks away, so. Now, then again, I'm recording this unscripted and in an amateur way. But yeah, look at this. Half of these bars I drank in, but back to the stories. Now, my last action figure was Transformers. That blew up the 80s totally bad. Everybody had a fixation. When it came to video games, there go one of my trucks. They say they're hanging there, right there on the corner. Who said you don't see anything at night? Anything interesting at night. So, I had Transformers, and that revolutionized everything before the game systems came out, because my ass went to Toys R Us to buy a gaming system, which was the Atari 2600. Then from that, I went to Smiling Sunny's before they closed. I was buying the majority of my games over there, besides Transformers. And I don't want. So it's kind of funny though. Wow. You need a place to go. There's nothing open except at that bagel store over there. So that's kind of like a hot topic. So I could probably get the coffee in there. Planet Wings, everything is closed. Probably after midnight. It's probably after midnight because everything is closed. Even Key Food is closed. So everything around in this area It's usually deserted. They gotta do something about that. But yeah, you take a look around me. And if you look at CVS's park, look at that. Starbucks is closed. The only thing that probably might be open is the bagel store. I think that's closed too. But I'm too far away from Key Food. We'll take a look at that. And around this corner, empty. There's nothing open after midnight. We're taking a risk going to the bank. So during editing, I'm going to cut this part out. But you know, this is a nice little setup right here. All these streets are bare. But take a look at that skyline down there. See, Victory Boulevard is not the only one with the greatest skyline. If you take a look down there in between the streets, you can see the skyline for New Jersey, Boise. My wife is getting her 200 anyway, so that leaves me with 200 still, plus my check, so. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to complete our mark at Clove Lakes. Actually, did I say Clove Lakes? No. We're going to meet our mark at Silver Lakes. And then we're going to walk quietly back home right after I find a couple of stores. Still see Sally's Southern or Southern. Fried chicken, Southern Comfort, fried chicken. See, the nightlife is pretty active, but I'm not out here for drinks. I'm out here because of the nightlife and hose, bark. I am not going to say anything about that. Huh. Nightlife is good. I haven't worked out here in God knows how long. They got good pizza in there. Bed is good too. I'm not going to give any addresses off, but there's my old spot. You believe this shit? This is the only building that was haunted on Forest Avenue. What happened to Jody's? Jody's usually popping right about now. I mean, anyway, of course it's Wednesday. Well, is it still Wednesday? It's probably Thursday now. There's not one thing I didn't know about this building that I know about it now. Look at that, no trespassing. There was no sign here before, but now there's signs here. All right. We got ourselves a store. Yeah, the Chinese food. Yeah. Wow. Well, here's my old spot. Verizon. I have some fun memories in here, especially when I worked overnight. What a building. Because sometimes some of the doors that are not accessible, they leave them open. And then at night, weird shit goes on in this building. Especially at night. Sometimes when you walk in between floors, especially the basement, it used to scare me a lot. So when I go into the basement, it feels like somebody was following me. It wouldn't even have to be at night. It would be in broad daylight. Like in the morning, I still have a feeling somebody's following me. Here's the start area for the St. Patty's Day Parade and Memorial Day. Hart Boulevard and Forest Avenue, this is where it all happens. Now, before we get to the Silver Lakes, which is our target, our primary target, Silver Lake also has a golf course to it. So we'll be walking in back of the golf course. So technically, we're going to be walking up to Victory Boulevard. And this gives me another idea. But we have to be quiet, ultra quiet, because there might be security lurking around by the cemeteries over there. We're cutting out the objectives. We are cutting out the objectives. Objectives. I got that right. Objective. Now we got a month before Election Day. And early voting starts a week before. Now I figured this park was never scary, and it never was tended to be scary. Now, back to what I was saying. Ridgewood Place. It's 12:04. I don't know if I'm staying corrected, but I heard this was the largest golf course, but I'm for sure Ladderette is the largest golf course on the island. Uh-huh. I hated this park because of the inclines. There's a lot of hills up here. All right. All right. Here we are at Silver Lake Road and Forest Avenue. I'll give up the primary locations, but no addresses will be discussed in the middle of our journey. So here it is. Silver Lake Road and Forest Avenue. They close these things at night, but we're going over here and we're going to check out this board over here. All right. Six to 1. So we got a half an hour to explore. Now, they close this for a number of reasons. It's for pedestrian traffic, and they usually close this at night. But it's fun. But there's really nothing inside this park. But there's really there's nothing in here. So but it's nice and quiet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut off this. And we're just going to quietly walk around. But if I pinpoint something important, then I'll point it out. We got night vision. Night vision will help us see throughout the park. Even if it got perfect lighting, it will help us navigate. Well, it won't help me navigate, but it helps you navigate. So here we are in Silver Lakes Park. It's nice, quiet, and it's serene. Do you believe that this is home to Staten Island's famous Reservoir? It's been a hell of a long time since I've been walking through a park like this. I mean, see, in Jersey, they memorialize their people by how would you say that? They memorialize their people because it's an honor and it's a privilege, and these benches are dedicated to them. I don't know why Staten Island doesn't do that. Maybe because of vandalism. We used to hang out on these stairs. Do you believe it? When I was back in when I was taking up martial arts, I jogged around this whole park once. This will split. This will take us down to the lake, but let's do the scenic route. You know what? We could probably do this park in 2 sections. There is a car down there. I do believe there's a car down there. I'll just tell them that I'm walking through. I'm not. Because anywhere where it's attraction, where people are attracted to, they would patrol the parks to make sure nobody ain't walking through here at night. I used to be one of those people to patrol the park, and I'll be here when the park closes, and we'll start chasing people out. All right, here we go. We got the flags. I didn't step in there. All right. Here we are by the lake. We're over here by the flags. We have what's supposed to be the American flag and a New York City Parks Department flag. The American flag doesn't look too good. You got the New York State flag, and I think the white flag belongs to the Parks Department. Look at that. Look at that. We got a quarter moon, and the lake looks beautiful. You can't see the lake, but it's amazing. We got more areas of the park up there. Well, when I was training people, I would say this. If you could see four corners of the earth from right where you're standing, just shift your body weight this way, and you can see everything up there, and you can see everything up there. So whatever we see, we don't have to walk to, unless other words. I mean, otherwise, if we pierce by the lake and go up this way, we'll see everything. Danger keep of ice rescue ladder. I wonder, I guess I'm not the only one in here. Please tell me I'm not the only one in here. There's more stairs going up that way. Is that bridge broken? Because it looks like there's pieces of the bridge missing. I don't want to put my camera anywhere, but I want to do a simulation of a walk by. But no, I'll wait till I'm at a safer part of the park. More stairs. Uh-huh. You know how they say objects in the rearview mirror seem to be larger than they are? Well, let's say this. When you walk into a deserted park at night, it does get a little scary because you think you see people sitting there and it's nothing. Oh, okay. Let's take a look across that bridge. But there's too much park here too. Oh, okay. I thought there was something wrong with the bridge because it looked like it's missing a piece. Look at that, man. You believe we started all the way over there? And now we made it to the middle of the park? I wish I could see down below, but I can't really see. Oh no, it's part of the ledge. I'm not heavy feet. I don't have heavy feet. It's just the way I walk. We'll go back to the street, come around this way, and then exit the park. Look at that. Clear skies. I bet you if you cut the lights off, you'll see everything. That'd be funny though. I hear voices. All right, it's coming from my right. I figured. You can't squeeze through there though. Is this like a pump house or something like that? It's been a long time since I walked across this bridge. Actually, this will take us to the main road actually, because this section will take us to Victory Boulevard. If we stay on this street right here, it will take us to Victory Boulevard and Forest Avenue. See? So now we just walked across the bridge onto the other side. I thought there was something wrong with the bridge. Logical sense. So, see, now we're across the bridge, and now you see where those horses are over there? That would be the main stretch of road that will loop around this way. So it'll start from Forest Avenue to Victory Boulevard. And we are, let me see if we can find something here. But most of it's just fences. All right. I think I see something over here. I think they closed it off. If they closed it off, they had a reason. There's Forest Avenue right there. And like I said, this is the main road. They blocked this off so no cars could go through it. I'm hungry. Let me see. I just gotta find an area where it's a little bit wooded. Matter of fact, I used to speed through here just to test a theory. A theory. We all done something stupid when we were younger. I used to test a theory. I wanted to see if I could take these turns at 50 miles an hour. And sure enough, I did. I took these turns at 50 miles an hour. And it was a cool trick to this. It's like, you see the lining of the street. If you crest it close to the curb, and if you follow the curb line, going from in and out, you could make the turn successfully without skidding. It's called, how would you say it? Physics, yeah. The art of physics. Not to hit anything. It's kind of funny. So, as a kid, I would speed through here, and I would take sharp turns at 50 to 60 miles an hour. It was kind of funny because as a kid you do dumb things, and even though I did it successfully, I didn't do it again, because when I went for driver's training, I passed. That's it. When I went for driver's training, I passed. So it was funny because I was like weaving in and out of those cones like they were not there. But it was kind of funny. So look, like somebody tried to cut a hole in the fence. They succeeded because this goes right onto the golf course. Somebody bottomed out because fences caved in, but they repaired it. It brings me back how I could follow a road I once had driven on. And now, if you connect Clove Lakes to Silver Lakes, this would be another gigantic park with a golf course. Well, you can say it's connected because look at the map. If the golf course wasn't here, across the street, you do have Clove Lakes. Now it's funny. They have markings in the street because people do run in this park. There's no more traveling anymore. They took the fun out of it. All right, so here we are. We added Victory Boulevard. Now, so now we're back inside the park. I just had to shut the camera off for a quick moment. Technically, we're still by the waterfront, but now what we're going to do is we're going to project ourselves above the park. See, here's the stairs. So now we're on the Victory Boulevard side of the park. See, now look, you can see everything from here. You can see everything from here because we're going high up, that's why. As we continue climbing up this hill, all right. This took us out of the park. So now we're on the Victory Boulevard side. I just gotta find a place to tie my shoe. All right. All right. So now we're going back into the park. So we're going to re-enter. So we're hitting the park on re-entry. And there you go, 1 a.m. So we hit the park on re-entry. So instead of going down towards the water, we're going to stay on the outskirts of the park because we're hitting. There's no way we're hitting the end of the park right now, but where we started at the waterfront, and now we're elevated. But it's so beautiful up here though. So much has changed throughout the years since I've been here. We don't know everything. We assume we know everything. We don't. To me, this is my safe space. If I wasn't talking into a camera right now, this is my safe space. Walking through the park at night, looking at beautiful scenic, looking at beautiful scenery, having scenic views of the park. That's the word I was looking for, scenic. You know what? You know why Jesus never drove? It's because he never had a car. There was no cars back then. Jesus loved walking. And when Jesus was prophesying, Jesus would talk to his people. He will talk to the people of Israel. He will walk from Judea, all the way down to back to Bethlehem. He will travel all over. I think if you give Jesus enough time, he would have traveled the whole world. Well, the only transportation that he had taken was a boat. Fishing boats, to be precise. Frankie Valli. Barry Manilow did Frankie Valli? Did a cover for them? I still see things haven't changed. These stairs are killing me. All right. I think I found what I was looking for. The landing where you go overlook the whole park. I think I found it. Yeah, I did. I found it. Yep. This is it. It's not well lit up here, but this light is blinding the shit out of me. Look at that. The whole, well, in the summer, well, not the summer, let me rephrase that. In the winter, if all this is gone, you can see everything from here. Let me see. Yeah, so this is the viewing stand of Silver Lake Park. It's very beautiful over here though, but you have seating. Well, it's supposed to be lit, but they shut these lights off for a reason. But if you look at the constellation, you can see everything from the Big Dipper to the Little Dipper. Wow. I mean, if I wasn't wearing a white shirt, I'll be laying here right on the floor. Let's venture on because we only have. Let's venture on because we only have 10 minutes to explore the whole entire park. That takes you back out, and that takes you back downstairs. So this is the viewing stand. So let's see. I am going to go down this way. I hear voices, but I'm going to need the flashlight to see this part because I don't need to fall on my face. There we go. I don't need to fall on my face. We'll stand here, pause, looking back at me. See? That's how dark it is. Now look where we are now. See? We're back where we started. This park got roller coasters worth of pathways. I swear on my mother, God rest her soul, but this got a lot of pathways. I mean, more stairs. That's where we saw before. Those are the stairs. So we're still by the lake, but we're elevated. So, you know, technically speaking, we saw those lights over there. Technically speaking, if I live over there, this is a backyard. See, there go the police. They would have kicked us out by then. We were seen. The cops saw us. Well, where I'm getting us. I'm out here by myself. There is no us. It's me. You got that, Frankie? It's me they're looking for, not you. So get your ass on out of here. Go. Be free. I'll stay behind and clean up this mess. Oh, that is awesome. Look at that. Please do not deface our memorial bench. Thank you. Lewis family. I hope I'm saying that right, but wow. This is the... I see lights up there. Maybe it's coming from the lamp, but there's lights up there. This is the first dedicational bench that I found. Look at that. Maybe if I do something like this. I can't do that neither. Maybe like that. We're not defacing anything. We're leaving footprints. Ah! They got a play area here now? Get out of here. And they put a porta potty there. Get out of here. There was never a play area here. Look at this. There was never a play area here. There was never a play area here. Wow, they even put swings in here too. I didn't even notice it. I didn't notice the elephant in the room. I didn't even notice the elephant in the room. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It looked like a roller coaster seat. It's pretty cool. This is for people with disabilities, toddlers, and grown-ups. Wow. Wow. Now, there's a path to everything. My wife is probably saying, my husband should have been home by now. Where the fuck is he? Like she cares. She's sleeping her ass off. Another viewing stand. Another viewing stand right here with a beautiful fountain. If you see the fountain, that would be beautiful in the summer. But now we're in the back of the park, so we're on the Victory Boulevard side. Wow, that looks scary. Now that is scary. Because look at it. That's not even a pathway. But it's scary as fuck though. It's not even a pathway. It's a trail. Not even a trail. We're trying to be careful here because because it's not even a trail. Wow. That is fucking scary. I took 40 out, right? All right, this is what we're going to do. It's 00:58, basically 1 o'clock in the morning. I will exit the park, walk on the outside. But these lights should have been off by now. Now, last time I came through here, I was doing something here, but what was it? Maybe working or something like that? All right. If you can see behind me, there is the New York City skyline. I'm going to run across the street as fast. I hear a car. There we go. There's the city skyline right there. And this is the best view that you can get from Staten Island. All right. The best view of Staten Island, from Staten Island, over there, is Manhattan. This is one of the best scenic views you could get from Silver Lakes Park. And all you have to do is ride on the multiple buses to get here. You can take the 48, the 62. They all take you this way. Now this is why I say God bless America. Shit like that. And you can see the bottom of Victory Boulevard. I can't sleep on Victory Boulevard, but Victory Boulevard is the shit though. So there you have it. We got the 48 in 4 minutes. And it's after midnight. It's 1 hour after midnight. And there you have it. We got the 48 bus stop right here.
The next S48 bus to St. George Ferry bound for us is 4 minutes away.
How long would it think it would take to get back to Forest Avenue, huh? That's the reason why we came here. This is the reason why we came here. It's because of the park. They're coming to get us. They're coming to get us. I kid. No, they're not. They're not coming to get us. If we stay really quiet. Holy shit, look at the moon! That fucking moon is fucking yellow! Look at that moon! It's yellow! It's really white, but it's yellow! Hey, Mambo! That's cool. This is real Staten Island at its best. I'm going to say this. I'm going to leave an ending. I'm going to do an alternate ending and an alternate beginning. And when we get to the park, right here, but I'm going to leave the beginning. But we went from the Victory Boulevard side. Now here we are on the Forest Avenue side. See, now look. See that building right there? We were right there. Now look at the park again. I'm trying to find gaps in the park where we can actually get better views of everything. There's that 4-minute 48 we were waiting on. So the best time to come to this park is not only seasonal, but if you come here in the fall or maybe midwinter, you will see all the basic scenery. You can see the overview of the park, but it would be such an experience. If you come here in the daytime, that's fine because you'll be able to see everything. We even have spectacular sunsets. Even with the overviews in the city, we have beautiful sunsets here. Vandalism, it doesn't run rapid, but it runs rapid everywhere. And these parks are maintained. And because of the law, it keeps people like us out. So, but Look at this, man. Look at this. We can't say we're about to wrap it up, but here we are. Silver Lakes Park. We started from Forest Avenue. We went back to Silver Lake Road. We ended up on Victory Boulevard. Followed Victory Boulevard back to Forest Avenue. It's cold out here. It's a little bit chilly. It's very chilly out here. There goes my figment of my imagination. Whoever said that these places were haunted, no, they're not. The only place that is haunted around here is haunted with animals. I'm looking at every tree, every angle. I'm even looking behind me. I don't feel like running. And there's where we started. Every hour's alright. Pepper, fire, and the things that we play. Yeah. I'll cut that out. I guess I'm not the only one with insomnia. That's one thing I would not do, is say anything political. I do not want to say anything political. So, you cannot force me to say anything political. Lee Charles Ludwig, University Place. Hush, little baby. I'll go, before I go to work, I'll pick up my money before I go to work. I have Denise take her money. That's it. See, now look. See this hill? I'm going to go to the right a little bit, because we have Forest and Hart. Stand right here. That's all of Forest Avenue, all the way down to Bard. Did I say Silver Lakes Park golf course is long? Because that's all Silver Lake golf course over there. All right. All right, I think that open.
Stop reading.
Out of respect for local businesses, I had to shut my camera off. So, I mean, but when I used to work over there, across the street, they do have some good food over here, so I can't sleep on them. So you're ever out and about in the morning, stop here. You won't regret it, because when I was working a parade years ago, I used to come over here for my sandwiches and they used to hook us up real nice. Let me fix my camera, because that's going to add a little weight, and I got like an hour before I reach home. Coffee's good though. I guess he just made a fresh pot. This would be a two-part video. The one part of the video would be us ending at Silver Lakes. The second part of our video would be walking back from the park. This is what I call freelance videos. Freelance videography. We take the strangest thing at night and we record them. This is what venturing at night is all about. Spotting the obvious, looking for things that are haunted, and then talking to yourself, even though I'm talking into a camera. And drinking 2 o'clock coffee. So forgive me. I was the partying type, not anymore. It's Thursday night, and it's like, what? Rice bowl. Gee, I have missed a lot. That's awesome. I haven't even noticed it. Maybe because I was walking in the other direction. I'll see you on Friday. By the way, can you give me a lift? What I said. This is what you call freelance photography. I'm running my camera now because it's just me. And plus I got a weapon. It's funny. Other man they guess. Why am I walking down Forest Avenue when I could take the scenic route? I mean, here we are. We started at the bank. Now we passed the bank and the church. Who needs Starbucks? I got creative over there at this 24-hour store over there. You see, we've been through this before. Been like this morning. So what a husband would normally do is go to the store for his wife, right? So here, coffee and sugar. That's what I got. And another cup of coffee. That's it. And more views of the skyline. But this time we're looking at Jersey from Bard Avenue. Delifield. If I start walking down windy streets, is that Delafield would be one of them? I guess what we'll do is, now, I normally don't do this. I do not walk on the sidewalk. I don't encourage anybody to do this. But being that I'm walking here alone at night, there's dark spaces. Even though the majority of the homes on this block have cameras, I will not walk on the sidewalk unless I need to, and that's a different story. Dun, dun. Oh, this is my song right here. We need the other earlod. Yes. Sanitarium. Horror movie style. Yeah. I hate because when you walk through an intersection like that, horror movie. Just leave me alone. Yep. DK. Leave me be. Look like they're about to film a movie here. We're on Oakland. I'll do everything in the morning. Streets like this, we use the sidewalk. That's it, if there is one. I see red. Okay, so here we are, Oakland and Castleton Avenue. This is where we were this morning when I was to go get my laser eye surgery, which, oh yeah, I'm gonna run. When I'm supposed to get my laser eye surgery, this is where we were this morning. See? Castleton. I'm actually standing right in the middle of the street. And Pelton and Castleton. I'm surprised nobody took these chairs. I am strict with all my pride. Give me what I need. Now, the reason why we came down here, we want to see what's open and what's not. And technically, every place where we walked through was not. Problem Baker. I guess with a name like Problem Baker, you have a lot of issues. I ask no one. Well, we're almost there. We're getting close to West Brighton Houses. That's a development where all the work is going on. Right now we're back at a vulnerable spot right now. So (1:46) in the morning, and it's already rolling up 10 minutes to 2. Once it hits 1:50, it'll be 10 minutes to 2. The longest night I've been out in my own neighborhood. Who knows? Maybe next time when I get bored, I'll go out to Tauntonville. There's a lot of amazing things to see out there. But we're not done with West Brighton, Silver Lakes, and Clover Lakes. We're not done with them yet. We still have the Markham homes left. I would love to go into Snug Harbor in the middle of the night, but we have to get security clearance to do that. So we'll have to call up Snug Harbor to see if we could get security clearance to go in there at night. But I would love to spend the night at least at Silver Lake. There I go again. I will love to spend one night in Snug Harbor. I heard that place is phenomenal when it comes to spiritual activity. Broadway in Castleton. Oh, there's a cat. Well, we're almost there. We're getting ready to cross Broadway and Castleton. So this is about almost the second ending. This is the half of our this is the half of the length of our journey. That was not, that better not be a bus behind me. People work at the post office this time of night? Oh, off this. Oh, wow. I wonder if this is going to be 24 hours. Don't you think we have enough stores on this block? We got a Super Rat opening up here. We got a store there, a store there. If they stay open 24 hours, then they got a chance. Look at it. A store there, store there, store down there, store way down there, a store across the street. I think we have enough stores. One drugstore, and a store right here, and a store right there, and then Scotty's. Oh, my playmates are out. Here we are at the corner of Broadway and Castleton, where I normally catch my bus every day, which is the 54. So far we went from here, up West Street, down Cary to Broadway, through McDonald's Park. I'm starting to sound like Dora, right? Now, from the bank to Silver Lakes, Forest side, Victory Boulevard side, and then Silver Lake Road. We can't forget that. We can't leave that out. Back to Forest Avenue side of Cove Lakes. We scrambled around a couple of side streets, and now we're back here. Thank you for experiencing this long journey, and we're looking forward to seeing you next night out. I don't know when, but it'll be the next night out. But thank you for watching, and thank you for coming with us on this incredible journey. God bless.